Check 1 2, check 1 2. This is Derek Bros with the Conscious Resistance Network. Today is Friday, September 7th, day 2 of the Liberate Your Mind East Coast Tour, and we are in Gainesville, Florida. I want to tell you about what we're doing tonight, but before we do that, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, give me a smile, give me a picture of a plane or a train or something cool to let me know that you can hear me okay. And then we'll get on with the show. And if you don't mind, if you are hearing this, please share this out to some friends, maybe anybody you think might support this message and what we're about and what we're promoting here, and put it on any groups, timelines, friends pages, any other big pages that you run. That would be helpful. And yeah, let people know what we're doing here, because we're trying to unleash, awaken, liberate minds around the country, really around the world, and we're really excited to do this. So right now I'm here. There's Miriam laying down. Not laying down, but getting the table ready. Say hi, Miriam. She's getting our table set up right now. I just shared this out on the Mind Unleashed, so we should be getting some more viewers in just a moment. But thank you everybody who is tuned in and who's been supporting us. We are in Gainesville, Florida, as I said. This is day 2 of the Liberate Your Mind East Coast Tour. We're at the Cypress and Grove Brewery. The address, let me see if I can pull the address up. If you know anybody in Gainesville, just tell them to look that up. Cypress and Grove Brewery. Look at this. It's kind of cool. This is the brewery. We're in their extra event space. They make some booze here. But we're going to be here now for the next couple hours. And Miriam will be starting the meditation shortly. And if anybody wants to come participate in that. And we got lots of cool stuff here. Let me show you our table that Miriam's getting set up. Of course, we're making this happen because of SmartCash. If you don't know about SmartCash, check out SmartCash.cc. We're hooking it up with free SmartCash and Bitcoin Cash for those who want to get involved in crypto. And this is our awesome tour shirt that we've been getting people to sign everywhere we go. So far people in the Midwest, all through California, Southwest, Northwest have signed this, and people yesterday in Pensacola. These are my books, our shirts. We got some new colors in shirts. And yeah, we got free SmartCash stuff. We got SmartCash shirts as well. And I'll show you guys just a little look into this box. This box contains the magic. These are the notes that I'm passing out every single night on the tour for my presentation. You can see, let me see if you guys can see. It says Big Pharma, Big Education, Establishment Media. We're talking about all the different things people need to wake up to. Military-industrial complex, big agriculture, the oil industry, nonprofit industrial complex, the prison system, the banking system, the corporations, false religion, all kinds of different systems and institutions that stand in the way of keeping us mentally, physically, and spiritually liberated. That's what this tour is about. We are just beginning. We have 3 more weeks left on the road where we'll be hosting meditations, we'll be volunteering. I'll be giving a 2-hour presentation going over that information that I was just showing you. It's called the Pyramid of Power, and we'll be turning this into a documentary really soon once the tour is over. But this is the last 3 weeks of the tour, and we're super stoked about it. Shout out, what's up, Nick? We got Nick Burnaby of the Anti-Media tuned in. Haven't seen Nick since we were on the West Coast, and now we're finishing things up here on the East Coast. So if you got friends in Florida, let them know. We're in Florida for like the next week. Tomorrow we're going to be in Sarasota, then Naples, then Miami, then Orlando. And I think that's all for Florida. Then we start heading further north, and then we'll be going all the way up to Boston. And yeah, how can I get that in a digital format? If you would like the copy of, are you talking about my notes? If you're talking about my notes, I actually have the notes for the presentation saved on a Google Doc that I can share with you. If you email the Conscious Resistance Network page, or the Facebook page, or just email me at Derek the Conscious Resistance, I will send you the digital copy of this, and you can learn more about what we're doing and what we're trying to promote. But also, I do want to mention that it's kind of what we're doing here is trying to elevate consciousness. I mean, it sounds maybe cliche or kind of silly or whatever, but it's the truth. Everywhere we're going, we're promoting waste reduction, meditation. It's trying to get people to get involved in their communities, trying to get people to unplug from banks and from the government and from different institutions that don't serve us and that are not going to ever serve us. Because if you haven't realized yet, it doesn't matter who you vote for, what party you support, or how upset you get about the next coming elections, it's not going to change things. The only way things will truly change is once we start changing ourselves and changing our communities. We get as local as we can, and we start focusing on building what I call freedom cells, decentralized hubs of peer-to-peer groups where we can come together, we can teach each other skills. Like say we want to learn how to grow our own food, or we want to learn how to make sure that everybody in our group has some form of self-defense, or that we can all do CPR, or we want to learn about permaculture, or we want to make sure that if we get into an emergency, we can come protect and defend and support each other. All these different ideas about ways we can take care of our communities. We can do this if we start organizing locally. You can check out freedomcells.org, freedomcells, C-E-L-L-S.org. It's all one word. And you can plug in, you can create a profile there of what your skills are, what your interests are, and you can look on the map and it'll help you find people within 5 miles, 10 miles, and 50 miles of you who are similarly interested in these things and who want to get plugged in. So we have to stop relying on these tools. I'm coming to you live from Facebook right now. Some of you might be watching this later on YouTube. But at the end of the day, these tools can only go so far. Social media, the internet has done a great job with helping us connect. But if we don't actually connect to our communities and put some legwork in, then ultimately this isn't going to go anywhere. If you guys are paying any attention, or if you're watching our channel, then you know that we're talking about how very soon, especially after the election, the government is going to get control of social media and eventually all of the internet. And this is because the people are begging for it due to this whole fake news Russian scare and all that kind of stuff. My point here is that people are not recognizing that these tools were given to us to allow us to connect to each other to a certain degree, but ultimately they can be taken away from us at any moment's notice. So we can't be dependent on them. We need to support decentralized alternatives. We need to support alternatives to this mainstream corporate media, to the mainstream banking system, which is why we support things like cryptocurrency, localized alternative currency, things like SmartCash. You can send crypto via text and via email, more easy than it's ever been. This is also why we support localized, decentralized food production. People growing their own food, backyard gardens, front yard gardens, windowsill gardens, herb gardens, community farms, urban gardens, permaculture centers, all these different things. We need to stop being dependent on the centralized food production system, because when the shit hits the fan, and if you're dependent on that food at the grocery store, you're going to be shit out of luck unless you started thinking ahead and started organizing your community and building. But it's not all doom and gloom, preparing for the zombie apocalypse or the end of the world. It's also about empowering ourselves. So that's why we're hosting meditations. That's why my books and my talk also is about examining your own individual self. My book, The Holistic Self-Assessment, is for all of you out there. If you are living the life and you have positive aspirations and goals, but maybe you're struggling to actually make the connections and achieve your goals, you're just dreaming about them, then I need you to check out The Holistic Self-Assessment. You can find it on theconsciousresistance.com under our books tab. All the books are downloadable for free. I'm not here to sell you a book. You can order them online if you want, but go download it yourself. Download the book, print it off the internet, do whatever you want. Just use it, use the concepts. It's called The Holistic Self-Assessment, and I believe this, along with other good works, is a key to helping us open ourselves up and start achieving our goals. This is it right here, Holistic Self-Assessment by yours truly. And yeah, you can download that for free on our website, and I encourage you guys to do that. But that's it. I'm going to quit ranting for today. Me and Miriam are going to hang out here, maybe eat some pizza or have a drink or something.
There's fruit bowls.
Oh, there's acai fruit bowls, and we love fruit bowls, so we're probably going to get down and do that. But we're here. We're going to hang out for the next couple hours. If any of your friends are here, tell them just come back here. We're at the Cypress and Grove Brewery. You got to come inside and go all the way to the back. We're like the last back room. But we'll be here for the next couple hours. In the morning, we're heading out. We'll be in Sarasota tomorrow, and then on to Naples, and on and on and on. So we're only here each city for maybe 12 to 15 hours, depending on our schedule. But we'd love to connect with as many of you as we can. So thank you guys so much for the support. And yeah, find us on theconsciousresistance.com, because our YouTube channel and our Facebook channel is not always going to be reliable. So
be sure, I don't know if you mentioned it, but be sure to share the events, because this is a really good way for people to connect, and if you can share that out and somebody sees it.
It's been fun.
Okay, so yeah, please share the events. That helps us connect with people. It helps people from communities connect with each other that didn't even know that they were next to each other, and the family at large, because we're just trying to all connect, get that interweb connection and face to face, not just Facebook, not just Instagram. It's important.
Real life stuff.
Yeah.
Right? All right, guys. Thank you so much for supporting us.
Thank you.
All the dates and details for the rest of the tour, theconsciousresistance.com/liberate, as in the Liberate Your Mind tour. And these are the last 3 weeks, so hopefully we can connect with you guys. Remember,